and play your best football in games like this.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Quick completion on the out route. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board.
Well, you're always going to wonder what would have, could have, should have happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, I like taking 3 points and putting it on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm on that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
The Vols want to pick up the tempo. Going up top on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Turns it on in midfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on 1st down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Quarterback now breaking the field. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. He got it. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He wants to throw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to move it through the air. Gets it to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long.
Trying to get in the end zone, and the ball is loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up?
What a play by the defense. And listen, we know that they practice these turnovers in these situations each and every week. How about David? Just how everybody understands. Hey, we've recovered the fumble. Let's get our heads around now and go.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the gun, the ground game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great. You've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes his connection. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Georgia sends out the punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The give on 4th down. At the 40, there he goes. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Smashes through the tackle. Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive player. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Vols! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Illinois answered the bell away from Champaign today with an impressive victory. The Fighting Illini knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll give it on the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
First down here for the offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love teams that make it a priority to run the football, and they have today. Another good run by this running back. He's been doing it all night, over 100 yards on the day. Really, really good night for this young man.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He wants to throw here on second down. He finds his man. Knocked down for the tackle.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
They'll run for it on third and short. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. And the Vols moving quickly to the line. The inside handoff. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. First down for this offense. They'll ride the hot hand. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On second down, wants to throw it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in the ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tennessee! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see. You got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll try to get it through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Georgia sends out the punt team. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's got it down the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. To the air on first down. Finds us back in the middle. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's looking for a man on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half.
The Volunteers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. And the Volunteers will hustle to the line. Now the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Great catch along the sidelines, but the object is to go forward.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Looking downfield, it's Hoffman. He's right on target. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. Got it past the marker. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Myers. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense, giving up a third down like that is just a gut punch.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Well, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Running with power. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. How bold will they be on third down after that last run? The give to the back. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They've converted twice on fourth down so far. Will they make it 3? They'll try to pick up the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
You got to give this offense a ton of credit because they've stepped up big in critical situations. That's the third time in the game on fourth down they get the first by running it.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hoffman. Fires deep toward the end zone. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Trying to get to it. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 20.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And it's right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that it's already way out of hand. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly.
Gets away. He smashes his way through again. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Looking for a productive play on first down. The back goes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those if you got them a little bit tight.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Oh, and the attempt is no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away yet. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. He makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quarterback on the keeper. The Vols get it past the sticks. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Volunteers are in the hurry-up.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Off-play action on first down. They get to him as he throws. He's got an open man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Quickly complete. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They looked like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Looking to pass on second down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown ball. And the pummeling has started. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been... who will enjoy this win. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And the senior would love to have that one back. Just a little too much on the pass.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Slips through the line, and the returner will be brought down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. At midfield, he's got room. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays. Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
With the carry, it's the run back. Gain of 3. Offense facing 4th down.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. They're working that left side. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. He was looking for a little more on that return, but he hands this offense a short field at the 35.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, man.
Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
Man, a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
Man, that's what I love about this offense. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first downs. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Handoff from the gun. Hard-hitting tackle.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing.
Touchdown, Volunteers! And the route is on. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And the returner goes down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Coming after it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass on the way, it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The #1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. And the Vols headed quickly to the line. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Pocket starts to collapse. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And while they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. This one will be a 45-yard attempt, and he'll kick it from the left side. The field goal is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs.